In an attempt to expand the battleground reach, Democratic contender Joe Biden has taken his campaigning back to the state of Ohio once again. After enjoying high numbers in polls, the Democratic contender and his campaign have launched fresh attacks against Donald Trump, accusing Republicans of hypocrisy. However, with Trump back in the game, will Joe Biden continue to lead the red state of Ohio? And what does Trump's return mean for Joe Biden himself? Our next report takes a look.
Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden took his election campaign back to Ohio. Biden made his poll pitch to voters in the auto industry and highlighted the role he played as a former vice president in keeping the auto industry afloat in the aftermath of 2008 financial crisis.
The president put me in charge of the Recovery Act, $800 billion. It was needed to save our economy from going into depression. We did it with less than 0.2% waste or fraud.
Biden painted Trump as a leader who abandoned working class voters.
They're not open. How they can go to work if they have a job and still take care of their kids. They see the people at the very top doing better than they ever have, while they're left to wonder, who's looking out for me? That's Donald Trump's presidency.
And promised to create new high-paying union jobs once the pandemic is under control.
We're able to see to it that Ohio and other states receive substantial assistance to address their economic pain and recover and rebuild.
Expect we'll have millions more fact-checking.
In 2016 presidential election, Trump beat Clinton in Ohio by a comfortable 8 percentage point lead. Opinion polls suggested that this time the fight is more competitive than the previous election. Biden talked about the need to condemn white supremacist groups. He accused Trump of evading chances to condemn white supremacy by referring to one of his verbal exchanges with the president during the first presidential debate. Biden also accused Trump of deliberately quoting top health expert Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Remember, I was going to call it a debate, but the shouting match he engaged in? When he was asked by a Fox reporter, not a left-wing somebody or other, would he condemn white supremacy? Never answered the question.
Biden also accused Trump of deliberately quoting top health expert Dr. Anthony Fauci out of context in a campaign ad. He highlighted the irony that Trump was claiming praise from the epidemiologist just days after he criticized the Rose Garden event.
He's running a national ad here in Cincinnati and all across the country, quoting Dr. Fauci out of context. Dr. Fauci said back in March, referring to public health officials, quote, "I can't imagine anybody could be doing more," end of quote, referring to public health officials. But Trump and his campaign, who were very much used to deception and not telling the truth, deliberately lied by putting Fauci in his ad, implying that Fauci was talking about Trump, saying he doesn't know how anybody could do any better.
And now, a message from President Trump.
I am failing at managing the coronavirus outbreak, so I used Dr. Fauci in an ad.
Biden's campaign found a way to benefit from the Fauci controversy. He shared a video edited in a way to show Trump apologizing. The Biden campaign has increased advertising in Ohio. His rising popularity comes at a time when Trump is losing support in cities including Cincinnati and Cleveland. Joe Biden dominated the campaign trail for a week, but Trump has returned and is trying hard to make up for lost time. Will Biden continue to lead in the battleground states? U.S. Election Desk, WION, World is One.